Alright, guys and girls, this is Jerningham here. I've never heard so much cob wallop in my life. Basically, they're gonna. I don't know if this is going to be a cure for coronavirus or COVID-19 or something to help the spread of the virus or keep it at bay. I don't know, but I came across something on YouTube. You guys and girls may understand this a bit more better than me. I have a bit more of an idea of what's going on, so we're going to be playing this and see what you think about it. There's no way you can cure this from bats out of plants. Now, I could be wrong with what I'm saying, or I could misunderstand it, but we're going to watch the video anyway and see what you think. Hopefully we get some kind of better understanding, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Quebec-based Medicago releasing their phase 3 results this morning. And joining me now is Nathalie Chaland, who is Senior Director of Scientific and Medical Affairs at Medicago. Nathalie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mrs. Ng.
Oh, Mrs. Ng, so formal. You can call me Mel. All good. Nathalie, let's get through some of the results. Phase 3, again, just released these numbers. This is fresh this morning from trials. Let's bring up that board if we can. Overall efficacy against COVID-19 variants important. 71%, and then that number jumps when you're looking at Delta and Gamma. Can you talk about the rollout here with trials? Because this vaccine, Medicago, is one of the only ones that really tested against variants.
You're exactly right, Mel. This is, great news for Medicago this morning. You have to take into account that our clinical
they're making up things as they go along.
Perform into an environment that was 100% variance, so it's not like the first
Turn on the variant.
Turn the volume
up. There we go.
Circulating, so we had no ancestral strain at all in our trial. So
got
we
my
are
notebook down here so I can write things down.
We are presenting to you this morning.
Let's break down some more numbers, Nathalie. Over 24,000 adults, 18 and older, in 6 different countries. Would you say this is a good sample to be able to take to Health Canada and say, look at what we've done, and this is, efficacy rates are looking great?
This is what, when we design a clinical trial like this one, we are constantly in discussion with Health Canada, regulatory
they make anything to make money and sell things these days.
Criteria to determine if the vaccine candidate is working on or not. And the criteria we had was that we would have to meet more than 50% efficacy with what we call a lower bound of 30%, and we easily met that criterion. So we are very happy with what we have, and we are putting together the dossier to submit to Health Canada in the coming days.
In the coming days. And so what does that process look like with, say, an approval from Health Canada and then potentially to a rollout for those in Canada or around the world? What does that process look like timeline-wise? So
the only control we have so far is our dossier submission to Health Canada. Once it's into Health Canada's hands, we don't have control anymore, but we surely hope
now it's injections, now it's plants.
Swiftly and smoothly, so we can get an approval hopefully early next year. We are already producing the vaccine candidates, so once it is approved, we will be ready to start distributing to the government of Canada. And, they will be responsible to distribute this vaccine, if approved, to provinces or to other countries. So it's,
is it a vaccine or are you supposed to eat it?
We don't have control on our vaccine, so our contract is to deliver doses to the Canadian government.
Nathalie, during the trials, of course, we're going to have to put the asterisk on the Omicron variant because it was not circulating during trials. With the Medicago vaccine, are you confident that it could work against this variant if it especially becomes dominant?
This is something we are going to test in the coming weeks. So as you may know, we don't use live viruses in our system, so we don't have viruses in our labs. So we are talking to labs,
I know it's people's lives we're talking about here, but
to work with this Omicron variant, they will be testing our sera coming from the vaccinated people to see if we can, if the antibodies can neutralize the virus. We're confident that we'll have some type of protection, but of course we have to test that. But as I told earlier, we have very good efficacy against a range of variants, not only Delta, but also Gamma, almost 90% against Gamma, and more than that for the others. So we are confident that we'll be able to provide at least a good protection against Omicron if needed.
Natalie, we've got less than a minute to go, but some of the visuals that we're seeing, obviously, this is a plant-based vaccine, and there are a lot of questions on what does that mean and how much different is it from the formulas of other vaccines that are currently in the market and going into arms. So can you break that down? Can you explain it?
Yes, for sure. So the plants are, in fact, are mini factories. So this is the plants are producing the vaccine, but what is coming out of the plants once we purify the vaccine candidate is more of a traditional type of vaccine. It's very similar to the vaccine for HPV or hepatitis B. So it's a virus-like particles. So it's a traditional vaccine produced into a unique or distinctive platform. So the difference with the other type of vaccine is that when you receive our vaccine or vaccine candidate, you already have the protein produced. The other vaccine, you will receive the mRNA, for example, then your body will produce the protein, and then the immune system will be reacting to the protein. With our vaccine candidate, once you receive the vaccine candidate, it's already ready to stimulate the immune response.
Very interesting. Okay, Natalie, we will be watching, as you mentioned, in the coming days to submit your vaccine candidate to Health Canada, and then it is in their hands and then potentially into our arms soon, as you would be playing a role in the booster shot campaign, that's for sure. Natalie, appreciate you taking the time with us. I know you've got a very busy day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking the time.
Well, I don't know what to think about that. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, you may agree, you may not. But anyway, City News could be anywhere across the world eventually. Thank you for joining me. Peace.